Alright, my friendly health and nutrition and fitness enthusiast. What is the food that makes you fat? Like actually, like fat, like obese, right? Let's say you go off the diet and you just start eating whatever, right? It might be healthy stuff, but at the end of the day, are you really going to just eat healthy stuff off a diet? Like, let's be real. I did that, and guess what? Most of the things I ate were packaged like this, packaged, or they were natural. I didn't make them most of the time. But that's why the reason of this video is, what are the foods that actually make you fat? Not off diet, on diet, it doesn't matter. But what are the actual foods that make you fat? And I want to share with you this, Well, I can't share it to you physically, but I want to share it to you through the camera. These kind of foods, yes, they're very delicious. I have not tried them. I'm being real, they're not opened. But I just found them in my pantry. And I'm like, interesting. These foods make you fat, These right here, the wafers, the famous chocolate wafers. Pretty good, There's one Mexican version that it's actually fucking delicious. I forget the brand, but if you're Mexican, you do know what I'm talking about. These chocolate wafers, Jesus, man. I used to eat this when I was a fat little kid. But nowadays, they don't interest me as much. But can I eat them? Just because they're crispy and delicate with no artificial color or flavors? Yeah, I can eat all of this in one sitting. Now, for my calculations, this is 130 calories per 3.5 servings. It's around 450 calories. I'm not a nerd, but this is 150 calories for 4 cookies. So 5 times 150. Good question. 500. Well, 150. Yeah, 150. Fuck, dude. That's embarrassing. I don't know my numbers. That's why I told you I'm not a nerd, but 150, that's 300, 300. So that's what, 600? 600, 750. This is around 750 calories. This whole thing. So yeah, this is like around 1300 calories if you combine this together. I don't know the math, don't quote me on that. I'm bad at math. Well, not really, but I can learn. But anyways, if you eat this right now in one sitting, guess what? This is probably going to be half of your calories that you eat each day. If you do track them. If you don't know what I'm talking about, or if you don't track anything, make sure you get into the habit, or at least be mindful of what you're eating. Pay attention on what you're eating. Be detailed on what you're eating, because it does matter. At the end of the day, these are genetically, or whatever you want to call it, modified. This is not real food. These are supplemental foods that just give you a dopamine rush of fucking sugar, of fucking, happiness on your brain. But these are not gonna do you any good. These are just entertainment foods. I just came up with that. These foods just entertain your hunger. They entertain your hunger. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does make sense. But foods like this, without moderation, will make you fat. And not because of these wafers or, these chips. Because these are high palatable foods. And guess what? If you don't control your hunger, or if you don't control your cravings, or whatever you want to call it, guess what? Imagine you eat this in one sitting. You're like, good. I feel good. I feel happy. I don't feel fat just yet. And then guess what? You have a meal with the family. I don't know what the fuck that meal is gonna be, but it's gonna be a big meal. It's a family. Now imagine if you had a Mexican family. Guess, you have to guess why we're all fat. The majority of Mexicans or Hispanics are overweight. And I am generalizing it because it's the way I see it. It's my environment. I am, and I've been in that environment. It's true. It's very true. I don't know about the white folks. It does depend. It doesn't matter the race, but it just depends on the culture and the environment. But imagine me, right? Handsome motherfucker, brown motherfucker, right? With glasses, looking all nice and shit, professional. Eats 2 little snacks, 13 to 1400 calories. I consume it. They're gone. Now I come home. I sit down. I talk to my family. Cool. They serve me a big ass plate of whatever food. Mexican food, of course, It's not gonna be some white shit. But Mexican food. Imagine content, the ingredients of what's in front of me. They're not gonna be healthy. Maybe they will, but there's gonna be something glazed or something with sugar on it. Maybe with a lot of oil. Maybe with fucking lard, because sometimes, you know, when they're cooking, they put lard just because some kind of like fucking oil. They let it cook. I mean, it's delicious. Don't get me wrong. It's very delicious, but it's going to fucking fuck up your arteries. They're gonna fucking get clogged. You don't want that. Imagine in that perspective. Now imagine the average person, right? It doesn't matter the race once again. It was just an example from me. And it's a pretty good example because if you're Mexican, you get it. Imagine, you eat this, 1,400 calories, and then you eat whatever's in front of you. That's probably gonna be around 2,000 fucking calories at least, 1,000 to 2,000. It does vary, but I mean, let's be honest. They're not counting the calories. They don't care. They're just making the food and boom, eat it or they fucking hit you and shit. Well, that's my culture. Too bad. Maybe some of you people never experienced that. But that's good for you, you know. You'll learn in the future. But imagine, yes, these foods make you fat. I mean, believe it or not, you can moderate them as much as you want. But at the end of the day, are you just gonna eat it for pure dopamine entertainment? Just for cheap dopamine? Like, it's cool, you know, don't get me wrong. I'm not telling you not to eat them, but are you really going to eat this every single day? It doesn't have to be these. Just high caloric, palatable foods, unhealthy foods, junk food. Are you gonna eat them? You got a choice, man. It's either you get committed to not eating those and actually progress towards your weight loss or your fitness or whatever, muscle building, bodybuilding, whatever you want. But these foods do make you fat at the end of the day without any moderation. They do. They pack a lot of calories. They're not nutritious. It's just cheap entertainment, well, cheap dopamine and cheap entertainment foods that you buy, you consume every other day. And it's not bad, but just have some moderation because guess what? This will make you fat 100%. And so folks, thank you so much. My bad. No edits, no nothing. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for me opening your fucking eyes and telling you that you need to commit to whatever you are doing. Don't get me wrong, I want to eat this, but now that I'm doing this video, I don't even want to eat it. And this is just 100 calories and it's supposed to be healthy. Look, you see the brand. I want to eat them, but you know, after making this video, I got fired up. I'm like, nah, you know what? I'm not going to eat that, you know. Today, I ate pretty good. I didn't eat nothing. I actually just cooked my meal. I ate eggs and turkey meat. Yeah, eggs and turkey meat and those plain, light, salty, rice cakes. Yeah, tastes good. Eating for fuel. I need my muscle to be built when I'm sleeping. And so, if you got a lot of value in this, please, I'm not begging you, but hey, just help. Give me the HBO special. If you ask me, Andy, what's the HBO special? The Help a Brother Out special, because guess what? Good old Kenny Brooks. If you don't know who Kenny Brooks is, look him up. He's like a famous salesman. And you would not regret that decision. Anyways, no more pitching, no more nothing. Don't eat this, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.